Put it on this computer. What's up, guys? Welcome to our October sneak peek, or what we like to call What the F is Coaching. All right, if you got invited to this call, someone thinks very highly of you. And we hope that tonight you listen with an open heart, and by the time you're done with this call, your questions have been answered and you'll know exactly what it is we do, how you can join us, and what this has done for us. I'm going to share a little bit of a slide for you guys. Tonight I'm going to be hosting this call with two real good friends of mine, which I would have never met if it wouldn't have been for this business. And it's funny because when I was doing a story right before the call, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be able to do a call with, and I'm like, yeah, they kind of are like my best friends, because I talk to Anna and Dixie, I think like 87 times a day. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm going to be doing today. Anna's going to be joining me, and so is Dixie. We're going to be sharing a little bit about ourselves, what that has done for us, and how and why we think you should join. So here we are. Let me present. Now you guys should be able to see my screen now, right? You guys see my screen? Awesome. All right. So what the F is coaching? I know for when I first started, I had no idea what a coach was. I had absolutely no Beachbody coach friends whatsoever. Actually, for me, my name is Amy Aburello. I am a mom of two. I'm a wife. I work full time. I ran into Beachbody because I figured out, after being someone that was battled weight for a long time, that I thought one of the biggest problems I had was my nutrition. So I started looking online 5 years ago for something that would help me figure out how to eat. And I Googled portion control or meal plans, and all of a sudden something with 21 Day Fix came up. I was that person that just bought it on Amazon because I had no coach. I had no idea what that was. I did a couple rounds of 21 Day Fix. I did a couple rounds of 21 Day Fix Extreme, and along came this program that completely changed everything for me. It was an 8-week program that involved, for me to invest, I had to buy a bench, I had to buy weights, I had to buy my supplements. It took me to take a space and say, okay, this is something that I'm going to do. I went from my living room to an actual gym at home that I created. And without realizing it, within those 8 weeks, I completely changed. It wasn't just my body, my mindset. I realized that I could do hard things. And from that moment on, and it was the first time I ever took a before and after picture. From that moment on, when I realized what I had in front of me, what I had accomplished in 8 weeks by just putting my head down, following a program, just showing up, doing what the calendar said, keeping it simple, following directions, following the program to a T. When I realized what 8 weeks could do, I realized that I had something powerful, that I had something valuable, something that so many women needed. I sat in the same bed, sitting that day, looking at that before and after, and I was like, how can I get this feeling, stick it in a bottle, and share it with all these women that need it, with all these women that feel like I once felt, that would hide behind her kids when pictures came around, that hated shopping, that would never tell their husband how much they weighed because they're embarrassed of the weight, the number on the scale. And I was like, all that hurt, all that pain left in 8 weeks of me being able to just dedicate 45 minutes to myself. All that pain left. I was like, this is so valuable. How do I spread it? I didn't know what coaching was. One thing led to another. I said, I have to do this. I figured out that I had a coach, an upline, and I went knocking on Monica's door, and I said, how do I do this? And how do I help people? And I, from that moment, decided that I was going to go ahead and use my story and share before and afters and share my journey so that I could use what I learned to help another woman. So through my coaching, at first I was just, telling people close to me, those that I knew, those around me, my best friends, my mom, my husband, and then outsiders. And the more I shared, the more I started meeting people on social media, and I started attracting strangers. And right now I'm at a point where I consider myself a business builder. I'm someone where not only have I been able to use this to create a healthy lifestyle. But I've gotten to the point where for me, it's an income earning opportunity that I want to take advantage of. And the beauty of this business, the beauty of what all this coaching is that you get to pick what level you want to be at. I started as someone that just wanted a discount to somebody that started what we call like a hobby coach, where I would just refer people, to a point where I realized that this business had an opportunity for me to actually leave corporate America and get the hell out of that 9 to 5. I've seen friends of mine, friends that started with me, advance, move, retire, and I'm like, you know what? If they can do this, so can we. So I hope that tonight you realize that there's a spot for you, no matter what your goal is. The point of coaching, wearing the title, is so that you stay consistent, so that you show up every day, so that you lean into the community, so you lean into us, and so that you realize that you don't have to do the hard alone. Okay. Right here, you're going to see 3 before and afters. And it's funny because there's a huge difference in all of us. We're all different body types. It's funny because Anna, they say, oh, you're so skinny. And she gets it a lot, I'm sure, you know, but it's not about the weight. It's how you carry it. It's how you carry yourself. So know that all 3 of us, we all battle different demons. We all have, we're here for different reasons. But the fact that we've linked arms, that we've come together, that we've decided to do the hard together has given us amazing results. And while this is just our outside, so much has changed. And it's funny because we've grown together as coaches, as women, and we compare each other to what we were 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It's awesome to see. I can't wait to where we're going to be in 2 or 3 years. All right. One of the main reasons I get so excited about Beachbody is how innovative we fucking are. Like from day one of the things I've always said is that Beachbody is the fitness of the future. From the moment they got rid of the DVDs to the point that where they started the streaming, I was like, yes, this is it. Like, this is awesome. I mean, yo sé que me hizo when I just think about it, I'm like, this is it. This is what people freaking need. People, I was the biggest gym rat, going to the gym all the time, not knowing what to do, doing the machines that were, this is a program. These are people that go to school for this shit. They know exactly why you're going to do this workout there. It's planned out for that. And it's made to be time efficient because they know the consumer, who the consumer is. The mom that has 3 kids that has no freaking time. Right now, Beachbody is at the brink of doing another complete revolution when it comes to whole fitness, which is live classes, which is Beachbody Bod Interactive. And we're at a point right now where you can even be part of the podcast. That trainer can see you, you can see them. We have the bike, which from what I've seen looks amazing. I can't wait to get mine. We have 2 nutritional programs that I think are perfect because they're 2 completely different ways to look at nutrition, which I think covers everyone. If you're somebody that maybe don't want to be so strict, you just want to have 4 simple principles. You don't want to measure your container, no problem. You have an event, you want to do carb cycling, we have that. You want fasting, we have that. We have whatever you need to fit whatever goals you have. And it's not always about the losing weight. It can be about gaining weight too. We also just went public this year, which means that Beachbody is going to have a lot more money out there to invest. You also can buy a piece of the company, which makes it exciting. I'm sure that that stock is gonna start going up in January. And it's just another sign that Beachbody is a badass fuck company and we're just gonna get bigger. All right. So now I'm gonna introduce to you our little firecracker, and that is Anna, and she's gonna be telling her a little bit about herself and who coaches are.
Hey guys. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Anna Hernandez. I've been in this business, I believe, just as long as Amy has, right? About 6.5 years in doing this coaching business. I don't even know how I ended up here. I just knew that I needed a change in my life. I'm a mom of three boys. My husband is a firefighter, so he's gone every 3rd day for 24 hours. So I'm by myself with 3 kids, losing my mind, but I make it happen. And then he's also a business owner and I help him run the business. I do all his scheduling, his partner scheduling. So it's a lot for me, like drop off, pickups, that's me. I had my first son, I was pregnant at 19. And then 5 months later, things got real serious and I was pregnant again. And I had my second son. So by 21, I had 2 babies. It was really rough. So, you know, the attention to myself, putting myself in my priority list got to the back burner, just, you know, being a mom, being a wife, trying to make things happen. And by the time I had my third son, well, got pregnant with my third son, my husband was like, it's time for you to leave your 9 to 5. You know, this is going to start getting really hectic with all 3 kids. Back then I was doing CrossFit, which took an hour long, you guys, an hour long that I had to dedicate to try and just simply get fit, right? So when I left my job and I finally had my third son, I was like, this is my chance. Like, I am working from home. I am helping my husband build his business. I've got to do something for myself. I feel terrible. I was super insecure. I was out of shape. I was tired as hell, because I'm sure you can all relate. We are always so tired. We do everything for everyone in our household and we leave ourselves last. And that starts to become normal and you start getting used to it. And as you see days, months, years go by and you're like, wait a minute, what about me? So then when I had my third son, I ran into who my coach is, Monica Lopez. I would see her on the train station way back when I worked in Brickell, and I would always notice her. So I'm like, you know, just some random girl. Of course, social media, you start seeing people, familiar faces. I see Monica on social media and I'm like, this girl looks really familiar. Like, I don't know why or how I know her. So I just kept watching her. And I'm like, how is this mom, this woman so similar to me? Her lifestyle is just so similar to mine. She's a wife like me, has 3 kids like me, but yet she's smiling, she's laughing, she's thriving, she's living. I want that. Like, I want that. I want to live. I want to be happy and energetic. Those were all things that I was missing in my life. I needed that. I wanted that so bad. So what did I do? I reached out to her. I finally made the decision. I kept like kind of dodging her emails because back then it was like, that was the way you communicated, through emails. And she would email me like, are you finally going to do this? I'm like, I don't know. My husband's like, listen, enough with the excuses. Enough with the excuses. You've been wanting this. Let's go. Pay the money, do your thing and see what happens. I said, you know what? If I'm going to invest money that I don't have, because I had left my job and I have 3 kids, I was like, I'm going to purchase it. I'm going to commit and I'm going to stick to it. There you go. I found 21 Day Fix because back then it was like Amy said, it was just DVDs. You had one program. You didn't even have the member library that we have now today with all hundreds and thousands of options. We didn't have that back then. It was that one program, you stick to it or that's it. So I did the 21 days. I felt good. I was like, man, I'm like lifting up my shirt in the mirror. I'm like, I see things like my stomach is starting to change. I carry my weight from the waist up, you guys. And a lot of people, like Amy was saying, you're so skinny, you have nothing to worry about. Listen, I've had 3 kids. 3 kids, the 2 older ones back to back. The skin does not look the same. It just doesn't. And we are our worst critics. And I was not happy with what I saw in the mirror. So when I started seeing just my attitude, not only my body, but my attitude changing, I felt good. I felt like unstoppable. Like nobody could tell me nothing. I work out. I feel good. I did another round of 21 Day Fix. And I began to share my journey. I'm like, this is my journey. I'm posting a before and after. It's only 8 weeks. I did, 21 days of 21 Day Fix. And then I did another 21 days. So I put a before and after. People were raving, messaging me, what are you doing? Oh my God. So instead of me sending these family, these friends that, you know, that see you every day, they start to see you change, evolving. They're like, what is it that you're doing? Like, I'm not going to send these people to my coach. Like, what do I got to do to have me help them feel like me, like find their life again? So I reached out to Monica again. I'm like, what do I got to do? I signed up, and little by little, piece by piece, day by day, I started sharing my journey. I started quickly like having tons of customers because everyone's like, what are you doing? You're so happy and you look so good. And I've seen you change so much. And oh my God, my kids' teachers would tell me, you look younger than you did when you were bringing the other two boys to school. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, listen to me, working out and actually putting yourself on that priority list goes a really, really like far way that you would never, ever know or realize it till you're there. Cause that's the hard part. People don't see that until you're actually doing the things. Everyone takes, a back seat and they're watching. But when you're actually there and doing the work, you're like, this is it. This is what I waited for. It's pretty easy. It's not too bad. So in reality, I'm so happy that I made this decision. I am so happy that I get to share this opportunity and my story with so many other women and moms like me who think it's not possible. And it really is. It truly is. It can happen for you, for anyone. As long as you make that decision and you stick to it, you're gold. You're gold. You will not want to go back to the way you lived before. That's for sure. So now what we do. Okay, so what we do, guys, what do we do as coaches? Same thing if you would do if you weren't a coach, basically. Same thing. You wake up, you get ready for your workout, you're a product of the product. You show people that you can do this, you're showing up for your workouts, you're drinking your Shakeology or performance line. Pretty basic, pretty easy. But it's not only we're working on our physical appearance, we got to work on our mindset also, right? So you pick a PD book, you can share it with your customers, you can share it with your coaches, you guys can team up, read it together, do it together. All of this can be done together. Look at all of us. If you guys don't know yet of the No Snooze crew, you will know soon, but so many of us do everything together. So you wake up, you work out, your workouts daily, you're a product of the product, right? You're doing all the things. You're working on your minds, personal development. You're picking up a book and you're feeding and fueling your mind. Also, once you start building a team, and even the customers, if you don't have a team yet and you have your sister who joins you, whoever it is, your husband, shout them out, recognize them, reward them, tell the team how great they're doing, make them feel good about themselves. Everybody joins because they want to feel good. So when they're recognized, that fuels them to just keep going, to feel that energy. It makes them happy to see that you're recognizing them, right? And then also inviting. Those are our 4 vital behaviors, you guys. Product of the product, personal development, recognizing your customers and teams. Whoever decides to join you is joining you because they're inspired by you. So make sure you don't forget to recognize them. And inviting. You're inviting people, you're sending messages out. If you see, friends or family or just a random woman or man that's struggling, that's having a hard time losing weight or with nutrition or whatever it is you can help them with, send them an invite. Send them an invite to your next challenge group. Tell them to join you. Tell them that you need them to hold you accountable to reach your goals. It's as simple as that. So that is what we do as coaches. What you would do without being a coach is what you do as a coach. So basically what you do for yourself, you're doing and sharing it. You're sharing your journey and having others inspired and motivated to join you.
Oh, way to go, Anna. Way to go, Anna. All right. So then now we're going to have Dixie. For those of you that don't know Dixie Andrade, she's going to introduce herself. And she's going to tell us about coaches when we work.
Hi, I'm Dixie. I have been a coach for 5.5 years now. And everybody has a story, right? We all think that sometimes our stories are, I don't really have a story, but I always felt that way. But I was 39 years old, gonna be 40 in a 3 to 4 month period from when I started. And my coach, Anna, I would always watch, and we were friends from before. And I saw that girl transform in like a matter of 6 months. And I was like, what the heck is Anna doing? I would stalk her. She started doing yoga. She was doing yoga. Then she was doing her little 21-day fix. And I looked at her picture once and I told my husband, I went like this, babe, look at Anna. He's like, what are you waiting for? If she could do it, you could do it. And I said, you know what? She has 3 kids. I have 2. Why not? I did it. And I had been going to the gym, was going to Planet Fitness, kind of didn't have a guide. I was just going and just doing what I thought was a workout. And I purchased my first program, T25. I actually had something to follow. I had the calendar back then. It was DVDs too. Had my calendar, checking it off. It was a 10-week program. That was a long program to start with. And I did it. And I finished it on my 40th birthday. And I had the most amazing results. When I posted my results, I was like getting so much feedback, and people would see me and be like, what are you doing? I said, okay, wait, I think I need to become a coach because I'm inspiring people here to like want to work out. Okay, wait, went back. I'm like, all right, what do I need to do? Became a coach, and everything else has been history. I have gained community. I have gained lifelong friendships, like amazing results, which everybody wants because I did it to the T. And here I am sharing my story. It's been 5.5 years, and I'm a full-time employee. I'm a sonographer. I do ultrasound for OBGYN. I work full-time, and I work my business in pockets of time. I have made it work little by little. Why? Because the more I started getting into learning the business and into the actual fitness part of it, I was just like focused and so intrigued. And I was like, I need to learn more about this business. I started getting to know the personal trainers, following them, reading about them. So all I could do it is in little pockets of time. And that's how I work my business, in pockets of time. I have learned little by little. I've wanted this. So I would be in bed. I would look up YouTube videos on coaches, on Beachbody coaches, which are thousands of them. This was before Instagram was so, now you just follow somebody and it's like, you know, everything. Back then, 5.5 years ago, yes, we had Instagram, but it wasn't the way that it was. It was more, I believe, in my opinion, more YouTube. So I would look up YouTube, and that's how I kind of started learning different aspects on coaches. We didn't have that many team calls. We didn't have that many sneak peeks. Like we just didn't. And now we do. We have all of this, and this is the way that I work my business. I believe I've been successful in the sense that I have been able to inspire, which I had no idea that I would inspire anybody to work out, because I was such a lazy mom from like before, but I really was. And I just started just showcasing my just showing up, just showcasing my workout every day. And that's how I worked my business, showing up during pockets of time during work. Sometimes I go to the bathroom, message, post, that's just the way that I would do it. And that's the beauty of this business. You can do this business however, whenever, and in however many times and whatever pockets of time you want. And we can just do it from wherever. That's the beauty of it. We can do it from home. We can do it from work, like I do. We could do it, there's a lot of stay-at-home moms, which is great because they have a little bit of more time. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, because Anna will probably have a full day of just being so busy that she needs to do it also in pockets of time. I work constantly with patients, so I can't just hop on a call at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but I always make sure to go back and I listen to the recording, You can be on vacation. I've done it before. I've been in Captiva on a week vacation with my family, but I'd be like, I'll be right back. I'm going to take 1 hour of my time. I'm going to hop on this call. Yes, it is a very relaxing vacation, but if you want it to work, you're going to make it work whenever, wherever, however. And that's what we do as coaches.
Sorry. All right, really quickly, we're going to cover how we earn. There's different ways. There's 4 different ways you can earn in Beachbody. And I think that the best thing that you can do when you start working this business, if it's something you want to do, is take it as you go. You don't want to, think that as soon as you join, you're going to have to figure out this whole compensation plan. To be honest with you, you're going to realize that probably at the beginning, the people you're going to help are going to be those people around you. You're like I mentioned, your best friend, your sister, your husband, your co-workers. So it's good to know the compensation plan, but keep it simple. Don't overwhelm yourself. Like, know what you need to know wherever you are in the business at that time. And as you start growing, then you can start feeding yourself with information. Because then now you're going to feel overwhelmed, and there's no reason to feel overwhelmed whatsoever. Commission and subscription is one of the first ways to earn, which is basically retail. You sell a challenge pack, you make 30% of it. We actually, the more Beachbody has grown, the more, anytime there's a launch, anytime there's a new product that's out, that is an opportunity for us as coaches to gain volume. Basically, the way that it works is they call PVs, and PV is basically volume. It's each product, each challenge pack has a PV value to it, and that is how you're paid throughout the company. The second way to earn an income is through team cycle bonuses. Once you reach the first level of the company, which is Emerald, and anybody that is a new coach or is a new customer, that is your first place. That's the first place you want to go to, which is have 2 people do exactly what you just did. Have 2 people join you and tell them, hey, listen, let's do this together, because if we do it together, we're not going to quit on each other. You can find 2 people. What happens once you become an Emerald? You start gaining team volume. And as you start gaining team volume, you begin to cycle depending on what rank you are in the company. So that's an additional way of making income. Once you reach a rank of 2-star, they have what they call quarterly bonuses. And that means that whatever level you are in the company, minimum being a 2-star diamond, every quarter you have the opportunity of gaining a bonus. And as obviously, the higher you are ranked, the bigger the bonus. Matching bonuses, that's the opportunity that you get to be able to get a 1% of whatever your coaches make, which is also very nice, because matching bonus, meaning it's money that's money that you're making while you sleep. So that's the 4th way of being able to make money. Virtually, one of the things that I love the most about this business, and one of the things that really caught my attention, and I'll be honest with you, when I first started, I didn't care about money. I'm somebody that, and I guess maybe that's a fault of mine, I splurge with money. I'm not somebody that is money, I guess, hungry or worried about it. So when I first started this, it was never a money thing for me. But I'll be honest with you, as I started seeing, and all I was doing was sharing my link and realizing, but then I started becoming friends, and I started seeing this business and being somebody that loves numbers. And I started realizing, I'm like, the number one thing this business has is that it's an unlimited earning potential. I am not capped. I am not capped in any way, shape, or form. Right now, what I'm doing for my job, I'm capped. I'm never going to make more than my boss. Never in a million years. And the beauty of this business is that a platform that you can use it and manipulate it and create it to make it what you want. So when I saw that, I'm like, unlimited earning potential. That means that as long as I work like a beast, which I do that anyway, I'm going to be able to make more money. I'm like, yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. And I'll be honest, at the beginning, I was skeptical. I was like, MLM is a pyramid scheme. MLM is a pyramid scheme. You know what? Somebody, and I heard it in a call, Monica sent me a call, And the lady goes, everybody's always so worried about a pyramid scheme and knowing what a pyramid scheme is. Why don't you research what an MLM is? And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And when I researched what it was, it's of a different form of a way that a business, it's a structure of a business. Every business needs a structure. It needs a structure. The difference between this structure and corporate America is that you have to put in time and you get paid for what you produce. The bank is never going to lose. I tell my girls, the bank is never going to lose. CEO, él nunca va a perder. El jefe nunca va a perder. But he pays you for what you produce. What you have to give is your time. And some people rather just sit there 40 hours and waste motherfucking time and just get paid by the hour. I don't want to be that person, because you know what? That's a life that has no purpose. That's a life that it's like, okay, today, how little can I do to get by? So when I linked, oh my God, purpose. Oh my God, not only does it have purpose, but I can fucking make money, unlimited earning potential. I'm like, yes, this is what I want. And then when I saw the community and the people that I was being surrounded with, you know what my husband tells me? He tells me, you know what? Even if you don't make it, look at the person you're becoming because of the dream. Even if you don't fucking make it, doesn't matter. Even if you don't make it, you're a different person because of it. And you know what? I'm like, you're so fucking right. And to me, sometimes it gets hard, and this business is not easy, because asking you to change your habits is not easy. Asking someone else to do it is not easy. When you're the only person in your household that is willing to do it, it's not easy. But one of the things our CEO said that really hit home to me, and I know everybody had a lot of different takeaways from our live event on Saturday, for me, was that he saw a vision where people would actually care about making a room in their house a place where they took care of themselves. Everybody wants, where am I going to put the TV? Well, how good is the kitchen going to look? How bad is the sofa going to fucking be? Nobody says, how good is my bike going to look there? I'm going to put mirrors to make sure I have a motherfucking gym. That's your house. And the day of tomorrow, another pandemic comes, what the fuck are you going to do? You have nowhere to be healthy. How beautiful that you have a place in your house that your kids can go to, that your husband can go to, that anybody can go to, and that your health is just as important as the fucking bathroom, as the kitchen, as the 50-inch screen TV that's 3D you put on the fucking visions, and then you tell me that you don't have money for a challenge pack. So I hope you guys kind of realize where we come from, where we came from. Hold on, why I become a coach? Where we're coming from, and realize that if anything that we've said, or if you've ever thought about coaching, or if it's something that you look at our stories, because like you heard, Dixie for a long time looked at Anna and was like, I want that. And Anna did the same thing. And I'm doing the same thing business-wise when it comes now to the coaches, that I'm like, I want that. And we've all said the same thing. If you notice, we all three said the same thing. If she can, I can. And that's the same thing I want to tell you guys. And when we share and when we invite you, and the reason you're on this call, it's not because we have it all figured out and because everything is nice and dandy. No, it's because we need more people to join us so that we can become stronger. Because the accountability flips. The moment you have somebody join you, the moment you tell someone, come do this with me, it's not about you anymore. It's about them. So that makes you show the fuck up. And in the end, it's about being consistent, being happy, being healthy, and this is how you do it. So I hope you guys join us. If you guys have any questions, if you guys, if anybody has any questions now, I'll be more than happy to do a Q&A. We'll just cut the recording. What I do want you guys to know, if you guys look at this, I don't know if anybody has been familiar with this picture, which is the sea of red. We do come from a place somewhere above us. And one of the beautiful things about that is that we have one of the best teams in the motherfucking network. So know that when you join, you're going to be well taken care of. Everything in this business, that was my other thing, can be learned. It's a fucking 30-minute video away. I promise you, you're going to be mentored. You're going to be led by the best. You're going to have the best types of training. If you want to hit the ground running, if you want to get healthy and you want to make money, this is the place to go. So I hope that anyone that watched this call or joined us will be in this sea of red with us next year, because you guys belong here. I don't know if anybody wants anything to say. Everybody good? Yeah, we good? All right, let's put this recording. All right, guys.